Hey guys, welcome to the Collectibles Matrix. I'm Toby, and today we are going to have a look at Star Trek, the card game. Now, this came out in 1996, 2 years after Star Trek Customizable card game, which was based on the Next Generation. The original sets were anyway. This game, which is completely different, is based on the original series. Each player plays with the same core crew cards in the middle of the table. These, as we will see, this is the core set here, included the main characters, these chaps you can see on the front here, Captain Kirk, Dr. McCoy, and Mr. Spock. Very familiar faces within popular culture, and I happen to love them. So when I first saw this, I thought, oh, this looks awesome, because I was well into Star Trek the Custom card game, and I've got a bit of a collection going on. I saw this and I thought, oh, let's take a look. I picked up a box of boosters, opened them out, and started to fill out a folder, and got many of the cards, which we will have a look at another time. But I didn't have a starter set. And what I didn't realise was, and this is quite unusual for these card games, is that you had to get the starter deck to get certain cards. And, you know, some may see that as a blessing, because mostly, in most games, the big characters are rare. But in this, you get them straight away, which kind of makes them not rare. I don't really care who's rare, which card is rare and who isn't. Doesn't really bother me. What I like is just looking at these cards and collecting them and seeing what they offer. This is a sealed copy. You can see here on the back it says each deck contains the core crew, Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, as we talked about, and the USS Enterprise, as well as the random episode. Challenge and crew cards from the premiere season of the world's greatest science fiction television series. You'll learn to play at warp speed, but exploring the galaxy of game strategy will take light years. Star Trek, the card game, can be played with 2 or more players, each with their own deck. Challenge a friend and let the excitement begin. Okay, now for me that's fascinating, because most of these CCGs are 2-player. This does promote a multiplayer, but I have read that the multiplayer is no way as good as the 2-player game. The game itself does evolve around an episode. So the player plays a crew and the other throws challenges at that player. I personally have not played this game. I am going to play this one hopefully with my brother. I'm going to encourage him to pick up some cards. But at the moment, I'm just collecting them because actually I really like the way they look. Shall we have a look at these cards? So these are this is sealed. You can see it's got the little strip around it which you can open here. So we'll open that. And let's have a look at these cards. There's a bit of damage at the top here. I picked this up on eBay for £5, I think. Something like that. And you can see, right, let's open this up. What have we got in here? It feels that it's resisting where that damage has happened. Okay. Looks pretty good. These ones at the front have moved forward a little bit. Let's take this out. There's a bit of dirt on the inside as well, which is a bit annoying. So you get your mandatory small little rule book here. Put the cards down there for the minute. The card game rule book, very small writing, no doubt. You can see a layout, a landing party, challenges, bridge crew, discard, and so and so. And again, as I was saying, really small text and a whole bunch of rules. Looks like might need a magnifying glass. These things really are small. Oh, and get this exclusive card free from Inquest. Okay. Inquest covered this. That's the old magazine that used to look at card games and whatnot. Really, I used to buy that. I used to love reading Inquest. And there's your little rulebook. Very neat indeed. Just put him over there. I've got the box there as well. So, now, the first thing that I noticed when I looked at these cards was just the quality of them is really good. I find this matte finish really smooth, and this kind of burnished, this metal look they've got on there, really like that. Okay, and you'll notice there are some with different coloured backs as well. You'll see in there. We'll get to those in a minute. Nurse Christine Chappell. She, actually, this lady did the voiceover for the computer as far as I'm aware. So she is in there. And now we've got a range of different types of card that you can find within this set. Mission, plot, and discovery. Now, the challenge, I believe, is part of the plot. And you get a range of other types. So let's have a little look through them. Challenge Tempt, Mud's Women. Now, these are obviously all based on the actual episodes. And as far as I could tell, when looking at the boosters, is that they use only a particular range, I think maybe 6 or 7 episodes. And they did an expansion where they did other episodes. So and they kind of go in sets. So Mud's Women has other cards associated with it as well. The Mud's Women episode. We've got a effect, Disruptor Blast, another challenge. So you would lay these challenges down for your opponent to deal with. And of course, that was obviously some kind of encounter. Tryphane is one of the highly advanced and pacifist organisms. There you go. Discovery, that classic scene where Kirk is fighting. You can see him there. Arena, that episode, very famous. Vulcan Mind Meld. And of course, Spock the actor Leonard Nimoy, made up the Mind Meld, and they just went with it at the time. He kind of came up with the idea. Move up to 2xc from any Vulcan to the landing party to another crew in the landing party. So I think xc is like the experience points. You can see that there. Plot. I don't know what would leave footprints like that, but they're highly amusing, and I do like the way they designed these things back then. And this design of the cards is so gorgeous. This feel, the kind of the background, and this using this kind of starfield, very phased. I really love the way it looks. Really beautiful. And you get these other challenges. Court Martial from the episode Plot. Matched them up. What? That's creepy, isn't it? Wild. Unknown Virus. Telosians. These are, I think this was the first episode. And these guys are creating illusions that Kirk, I'll try not to put too many spoilers in, but Kirk has to deal with. A crew. Lieutenant Painter. He's named, so he probably isn't going to be killed on the away mission. This guy. Actually, this guy appeared in Battlestar Galactica. I can't remember. Commodore Stone as well. Lieutenant Kyle. We're coming to the big guys. Right, Klingons, of course. They didn't look particularly Klingon-like, did they, at the time? Ambush. Wild. Challenge, Command, and Enigma. Right, so these things are turned around a little. Let's turn that around. Okay, so we've got Outwit and Argue. Discovery, Court Martial. Wild again, you can see here. This is part of it there. Crew, Yeoman, Martha, Landon. Young love, if Landon is in the landing party, all members of your complement in the landing party are at +2 humanity rating versus tempt actions. That's some influence. Where's the big guns? In fact, these ones seem rarer. The design itself is, you may obviously be some sort of device or screen. They've obviously thought a lot about how that's all laid out. Discovery. Are we coming up to the big guns? Where are they? Wild, Hyper Spray, Crew, Lieutenant Joe, Challenge, Attack, Ruck, Yeoman Smith, Effect, Phaser Blast. Okay. The Klingons again. Romulan, sorry, I should say. Romulan. Another crew. Another crew. And then here we go. Core crew. Distinguished by this red colour. Although it looks a bit orange in there, it's actually redder than that. And you've got Dr. McCoy, Bones, Spock, and Kirk. And Kirk has got a much higher phaser rating there, as you can see, which is particularly good. They got their own little skills as well. We've got a little info card. It's sequence of play. Discard phase, draw phase, crew phase, episode phase, and then a whole bunch. Play your cards, and you're not there. These have got a special back here as well. You can see that. They look particularly good. We've got, and then a series of other, here we go. This is the other one. Yep, this is the other thing of note here. We have the Core Crew USS Enterprise. Very nice. And then a whole series of, I love this. Look at that. Look at that lady there. And you've got missions at the back, and they're separated out, the missions there. And you've got a whole bunch of really cool captures from the actual show. Look at that. I love that there. Isn't that a great image? So all in all, you know, looking at these, really pleased with that pack. There doesn't seem to be any damage. You can see that there. Really nice. So what would I say? I just have kind of fallen in love with this set. I haven't played the game yet. Again, it's the quality of card. It's a difference of card. It's that matte finish that I really like. They are very awesome. I will do a short video about my little collection I have of these cards and look at some of the rarer cards that we have. I'm not that hot on which one is rarer or not, but I would say that these aren't of any particular value, unfortunately. You can get hold of these really cheaply on eBay, although having said that, their numbers are slightly diminished on what I saw maybe a year ago. But I think putting a full set of this together is definitely worth having for any Star Trek fan. I think these are a real nostalgia blast. Guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video looking at Star Trek, the card game. And if you did, click that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and click that bell so you get alerts for when my videos go live. Guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.